Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? Hope your evening's going great. I know mine is, and it's about to get even better. I promise you tonight it's gonna get even better. So good evening, good evening, good evening to everybody here tonight. I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes to come on in and join me this here evening. Join me, won't you? Have a good old time. Make sure you grab your glass. Make sure you grab your glass. Yes, honey, grab your glasses. Come on in. Come on in, honey. Yes, yes. Let's have an amazing time. Let's have an amazing time tonight. Come on in. Come on in. Grab your glasses. Come on in. Let's have us a good old time tonight as we continue on our journey of keeping it sexy this week. We had to step it up tonight since this is night two of keeping it sexy. Yes, we wanted to keep it that way this week. So, yes, honey, yes. So, come on in, grab your glasses. I have mine. I am excited for the information and the chat that we are going to be having tonight. So, we are going to make sure that we let y'all know right off bat, get the kids out the room. This is not the show or the conversation that for the kids, okay? So go ahead, get the kids they snack, put them in front of their favorite TV show, put them in the other room, okay? Because tonight, honey, this show is not intended for children. Not at all. This is not the show for children. So parental advisory warning, okay? Because tonight we are talking about how sweet it is, okay? Hey, Zeta, how are you, my love? How are you? I went even when got the ring light, honey. We making sure we can see tonight, okay? Look, we done stepped it up, girl. Put the lashes on tonight and everything, girl. Like, okay, we is ready for the grown folk chat. Yes, honey. We is ready for the grown folk chat. Yes, honey. So look, Zeta gonna put them kids now. Put them in the other room. Put their TV on. Get their snacks together. Cause baby, this is not. This is absolutely not for the kids tonight. We talking about some things that you can do, okay, to keep that spice up or even to bring that spice back. Hey, Bobby, yes, tonight I am Madam Bree tonight. Yes, on this edition of Keeping It Sexy, honey, I am Madam Bree tonight. Yes, honey, come on. Zay, you said you scared, boo. You scared. Girl, you might need to be tonight, boo. You might need to be tonight. I'm trying to tell you, girl. It's Wednesday. We in the middle of the week. Look, we got two days down. We done with Monday and Tuesday, and we still got Thursday and Friday to go. So hey, look, it's hump day. Okay, when y'all get off this show, it might be hump night. I don't know. Make sure you have your notepads, your notebooks, whatever it is you need to take your notes and jot them on down, honey. Cause baby, yes, that's what we doing tonight. That's what we doing tonight. Yes, absolutely. So I want to make sure that I put it up there for you all to know that this show is not intended for children, and it is absolutely parental advisory warning. Okay. Now that we done got that on out the way, how is everybody? How is everybody doing this evening? Tonight, let's see, tonight our wine of choice is Bay Bridge. We got some strawberry Moscato for tonight. So, yes, we ain't sipping the cranberry juice tonight. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No ham, no spam. No, thank you, Miss Shirley. Yes. So, on tonight's menu, we have, let's put these glasses on. So on tonight's menus, to start off with, for our appetizers, we're going to talk about them aphrodisiacs, baby. Okay. Mama does her research. We got the drum roll. Come on, Sadie. Yes, we waving scarves tonight, honey. We ain't clacking flags tonight. We waving scarves, honey. We doing appetizers, aphrodisiacs, okay? So now, I'm gonna tell y'all about some of the foods in which that you can eat that can kind of yes, you know it, Bobby. You absolutely know. We put Madam Bree is getting serious. Bobby say Madam Bree is getting serious now. She put the glasses on, baby. Okay, because Madam still needs to be able to see. We got to be gorgeous, but we got to be able to see, honey. Okay. So, on the first list for our aphrodisiacs, we have artichokes. You'd be surprised. We have asparagus. We have chocolate. We have figs. We have oysters, spicy chili peppers, strawberries, and watermelon. So, now listen, I'm going to tell you why some of these are on the list, okay? So now with the chili peppers, it's this thing called capsaicin that's in the chili peppers. And that's one of them, that's one to make you feel good type things. Okay. So that's considered one of them make you feel good foods. That capsaicin in that chili pepper. Okay. Now when you start talking about strawberries, watermelon, figs, when we start talking about that kind of stuff, we start talking about them antioxidants. Okay. And now what these antioxidants do, they promote that good blood flow. You know what I'm saying? You know what happens when you get the good blood flow? Yeah, that's what had happened. So when you start eating foods like figs and them good old strawberries dipped in chocolate, you know what I'm saying? Or you get that good old sweet watermelon and you cut it up real good, baby. You get that good blood flowing. I'm trying to tell you. It's a wonderful thing on both sides. Both parties is happy. Okay. I'm just saying. And oysters is just something about oysters. It's something about the way you eat oysters that can make it appealing and it can kind of make it turned on for some reason, because sometimes you got to do things to get that engine revving. Let me tell you something. You can't just get in the car, start it up and go. Okay. You got to turn it on. You got to turn the car on, baby, before you drive it. You you can't go anywhere in the car if you don't turn it on. Same way with the person you with. You got to turn them on. You got to do some things. You know what I'm saying? Bev says the same with peanuts. Okay. She says peanut with nutriment. Watch out. Baby. Come on now. Come on now. So everything, different things work for different people. And guess what? It's cool that it works for different people because you have so many different things that you can try. It's so many things that you can try that it's not a one size fit all type thing. Because I know for me, I don't like oysters. It's just something about, I don't know, seeing them alive. And then I'd be like, oh my God, is it going to come back alive? Ain't no baby, no bad. I just don't like oysters, okay? But here's the thing. When you're trying to get in the mood or you're trying to do what you can to, yeah. Bev says the best known thing is to get the mind right. When you're in a position of trying to get with your partner or you're trying to set that mood, you have to remember that not only is it about the ambiance of the setting that in which that you're in, but you want to make sure that the person that you with, you want to do some of the things that they like. Do some things that require you to touch each other. Sam says, I love oysters, especially raw oysters. See, that's what I mean. Everybody likes something different. Some people like oysters, some people don't. Same way with chocolate. Some people don't like chocolate. Some people do. And those of us who like chocolate, You could do so many different things, like a chocolate fondue type thing where you're dipping your strawberries or your bananas or even pineapples dipped in chocolate is really good. Like there's so many different ways in which you can do things to set that mood or to set that tone. Like I said, you got to turn your partner on along with setting the mood, okay? You can't, even if you set the mood and you don't put the time or effort in to even try to turn your partner on, you're going nowhere fast. You are going nowhere fast. I promise you. Okay? It's like sitting in a car with no keys. It's like literally sitting in a car with no keys and thinking you're going somewhere to go run some errands. It is the same thing. Bev says, give them an erotic massage, starting from the crown downward. Absolutely. That's why I say try to do things that require you to touch your partner, require you to be in close proximity to your partner. Because sometimes when you get that good body heat, just sometimes just that closeness of the body heat can be an aphrodisiac for the other person. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the ambiance of the room, setting the tone, and turning your partner on. Because let me tell you something. Sometimes as adults, now listen here. Let me say this clearly. Sometimes it's okay to just be like, walk in and be like, hey, I'm gonna need them clothes off. Like, let's get this right now. I got about a good 20 minutes and then I got to be back at work. So I'm gonna need that right now. It's cool. Sometimes that's cool. But that's not cool all the time. Sometimes you have to take the time to put on a little Teddy P. Turn off the lights. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Light that candle. Hit that Teddy P. Hit on some Gerald Levert. Dim the lights a little bit. They ain't got to be completely out. Dim the lights or close the blinds with just that little bit of light gently peeks through. You know what I'm saying? Like set the entire mood. Because sometimes people just want to know just that little bit of extra effort that you're willing to put into it. It can go a long way. I'm just that little bit of effort can go a whole long way. I'm just saying. Sometimes it's about, we've touched on love language, which we're going to depth more later. But in knowing whatever your partner's love language is, sometimes those are the little things that matter. Not everybody's love language is gifts. Sometimes a love language can include a simple text message that may say in the middle of the day, that might say, hey, guess what? I was thinking about you and I just wanted you to know how much I love you. Just a little bit of effort. Sometimes coming home with a bouquet of flowers, just a little bit of effort. If you know that your partner likes little things like teddy bears and cards for no reason, do that. If you know your partner likes time, set aside some time, maybe on a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, where you do things that incorporate just you two. Go get that mani-pedi together. Because, honey, let me tell you something. For those men out there that are listening, baby, let me just explain something to you. Come a little closer so I can say it. We like clean nails and we like clean feet. The same way y'all do, we like clean nails. Because let me tell you something. Ain't nothing worse than your nails being dirty. And I don't mean just like the regular dirt. I'm talking about that dirt that be like all up here in between, in the creases of your fingers from the grease, you touching things. And then you think you're going to touch the most sacred inner parts. No, sir. Okay? No, ma'am. No ham. No spam. No, thank you, Miss Shirley. What y'all don't understand is doing things like that can cause infections. Clean your hands. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to clean under the fingernails. I'm gonna need y'all to clean around the nails. When y'all wash your hands, I'm gonna need y'all to scrub this way. I need y'all to scrub this way, this way, this way, scrub underneath. Because you all have to understand. Here's the thing. You have to understand that when you're in those moments, There are certain things you can do and certain things you can't do. And touch a woman with dirty hands is one. I don't care how long you've been married. You should not touch a woman with nasty hands. I'm just saying, point blank, period. That goes for studs too. We don't like dirty hands. So, just thought I'd throw that FYI out there because I'm sure I'm not the only one that don't like dirty hands. And it's certainly, if your feet is jacked up and you got to talk about my feet, like we're not going to do that. We're just going to go get mani pedis together and just call it a day, okay? Because guess what? That is one of the sexiest things to see a well manicured and pedicured man. Honey, woo, honey, I digress, okay? Bev says Gerald Levert, best-selling oils, good eye cover, scents, gently, light touch. Absolutely. Run a jacuzzi for them with bubble bath, glasses, bottle of wine, a meal. Absolutely. There are so many different things. There's so many different things in which you can do. And like we talked about the aphrodisiacs, look, go to the store, get you a plate of fruit, and getting that plate of fruit, cut it up. It ain't got to be pretty. Just cut it up. So that way you can feed it to your partner. You know, that's a seductive way of creating that time between the two of you and helping to set the mood. Okay, let me give y'all some better examples. Okay, see, I'm gonna have to give y'all some better examples. So listen, you know, some people, some people like oral better than others. Hey partner, hey Jordan. Listen, some people like oral, some people don't. Okay, and it is what it is. But guess what? Let me tell you some tricks for the trade. Okay, pineapples, oranges, grapefruit help balance your pH. They balance that level of that secret garden. Okay, as well as they enhance the sweetness of that nectar. I'm just saying, just a little FYI, trick of the trade. Just thought I'd share that, put that on out there. There's some things that we can do for ourselves, that not only in doing it for ourselves, it can be beneficial to our partners too. Hey, ain't no shame in the game. Because guess what? There's some things that you know and there's some things you don't know. Okay? It Like I said earlier, tonight, look, I'm gonna put it up there again for you. This show is not intended for children, okay? Parental advisory warning. Cause we talking about some old good grown folk conversation tonight. We getting some good grown folk conversation tonight. So leave them kids in the room. Leave them where they at. Hey, vet. She told us, what up? Look what Dr. Fuckner done brought out. All right, now, anybody else want to slide through? Bev says there are some fun games for partners and friends to play. She says, I'm all about games. So, speaking of that, I do have some things for that too. But I'm going to give you 5 foods to eat, and then I'm going to give you 5 things to avoid eating. So these are 5 things that are beneficial for you and for your partners. Okay, I'm gonna give you those first. Now, because Mama does her research. Because tonight we Madam Bree tonight. Okay, we're Madam tonight. Okay, so Madam did her research. So the first food is pineapple. And that's because it balances your pH. Because you have to understand that as women, we are very acidic. Our bodies are very acidic. And pineapples actually balance out that pH. Cinnamon, it neutralizes the acidity. Cinnamon is something that is beneficial for men and for women. That is something that's beneficial for both, just like pineapples. Pineapples are beneficial for males and females. So that's 2 that are good for you and your partner, or for your partner and for yourself. Third, celery. Who would have thought celery on the list? Celery is high in water and it's high in vitamin C. And because it's high in water and vitamin C, it reduces the bitter. It reduces bitterness. Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Don't do that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hey sis, yes. Make sure y'all got y'all glasses tonight because I got mad because tonight we got some strawberry Moscato going on tonight. Okay. So to recap, for those of you coming on in, we're going over the list of foods, the 5 foods that cannot, Jordan. Jordan, I'm not finna play with you. I am not finna play with you, Jordan. Jordan says, can I add some peanut butter and have ants on a log with my celery? I'm not playing with you tonight. So to recap, for those of you who just came in, we're talking about the 5 foods that are beneficial for you and for your partner. So these are the foods that they do a wide variety of things that can sort of enhance, enhance when you're trying to get in the mood, enhance when you get in that foreplay phase, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it can actually, she says, I can't have a glass, I'm driving. That's okay. I have a sip for you, sister. It's okay. I promise I'll have a sip for you. When you're trying to do that foreplay and you're trying to get in the mood, and look, we're just going to cut it dry and make it plain, okay? Look, some people like oral, some people don't. Look, if you're not good at it, don't do it, okay? Like, I'm just saying, we're not bubble gum. We're not pieces of bubble gum. Like, we're just not. If you're not good at it, don't do it. Or if you need tips, say that. Say that you need instructions. Don't. If you don't know what you're doing, please be honest and say you don't know what you're doing. Ain't nothing worse than somebody talking a whole lot of noise and can't back it up because they don't know what they're doing. Be honest with yourself and be honest with your partner. If that ain't your forte and that ain't what you're good at and you don't know what you're doing, walk away or either admit it. Okay? Admit that you don't know. Okay? Nothing worse than that. Bev says, have a sip for me too. I'm at work. Okay. That one was for you. And this one is for Beverly. Okay. That's for Bev, and that one was for Toya. Hey, twin. He says, not the Madam Brie. Yes, honey. Yes. Tonight we are Madam. We are Madam Brie. Okay. Wait a minute. Do you see this glow up we came up with tonight? Oh, yes, honey. We are Madam tonight. Yes. Yes, absolutely we are. Bev says, let his hands guide your head or whatever you're trying to accomplish. Letitia says, hey, Letitia. She says, I got 6 kids. I think I'm straight. I mean, honey, you got them 6 kids for a reason, boo. Bev says that was a big. Look, let me tell you something. I took a sip for you. Okay, that was for you. That's why it was a big sip. I took it for you. Bev says you're making me out to be some kind of lush. Look, all I'm saying is just sip. Look, be honest about your situation. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we're gonna get back to this list. So we already covered the first 3. The first one was pineapple. The first one was pineapple, and the pineapple is to balance the pH. The cinnamon was to neutralize the acidity. That's what the cinnamon does. And the celery is high in water, it's high in vitamin C, and it reduces bitterness. So those are the top 3. So Joe says all that touching and feeling brings kids. I know I have several. So now the fourth food that we have is yogurt. Now this one is really only for women. This is not for men. This is only for women. When I say yogurt, I mean natural yogurt. I don't mean the one that has like all those additives, preservatives, all that. I'm talking like natural yogurt. Like you really have, when you go to the store, you really have to look for it. Like, yeah. And it also neutralizes the acidity. That's what the yogurt does. 1 4 ounce daily. adds probiotics to your body, as well as maintain a healthy balance of good bacteria. Because our bodies always have the good bacteria as well as the bad bacteria. So in eating the natural yogurt, it maintains the balance of the good bacteria that's in your body. The fifth food is cranberries. Now, this one is for men and for women. Cranberries are good because cranberries, not only do they balance your pH, the cranberries are good for your urinary tract system. I mean, cranberry juice, but when you're drinking cranberry juice, you have to do the 100% natural cranberry juice. And cranberries can be a little bit bitter, but if you're getting the 100% cranberry juice, it should taste a little bit bitter. Because if cranberry juice is sweet, it's not 100% natural, because that means they've added sugar into it. And when you're looking for things that are natural, they're always going to have sugar in them. But you want to look out for things that have added sugar. If it has sugar, that's the natural sugar that it naturally produces. Even with apple juice, that's the natural sugar that it produces. But when you start looking at things that say added sugar, that means they've added some to it, and that's not the ones you want. Bev says Sigis is a good option for a natural yogurt. Okay. She says it's unsugared. Okay. That's a good one. Joe says, Tisha, yes, it tastes good. I'm just saying, I know from experience. You get the scarf wave tonight, Joe, because we doing scarves tonight. We doing scarves, New Orleans style, baby. Yes, honey, yes. So now that we've gone over the 5 foods that you should eat that are beneficial to you and your partner, now we're going to go over foods to avoid. We got the news desk because, Madam does her research. So now, some of the foods to avoid, some of them are kind of common sense. Some of them we know, some of them we're kind of like, why? So, red meat. Now, I'm not talking avoid these all the time. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you're trying to set the mood and you trying to get in the mood and you trying, you making sure that, you got your meal, you got your foreplay, you got your music and your candles and your ambiance. You don't want to be eating foods that's going to give you gas and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So I'm going to give you that list of foods that you need to avoid. Okay. So the first one, like I said, is red meat. Red meat creates a sharp, salty taste. That ain't what you want. I'm just saying, you don't want the salty taste, okay? You're not SpongeBob SquarePants. You know what I'm saying? You're not SpongeBob. You don't live in Bikini Bottom. You don't want the salty taste, okay? No. Another one is dairy. Dairy, except the natural yogurt. Anything other than the natural yogurt, avoid dairy. I'm talking cheese. I'm talking milk. Avoid dairy. And men, avoid all dairy, including the yogurt, because the yogurt is not for the men. It's only for the women. But men, avoid dairy. Not sexy. On that one romantic night a week that you get that the kids is gone to grandma's house or they gone to go play with their cousins. No, okay? It creates a salty or bitter taste. Just saying. Avoid it. And then this one is kind of like, it's a common kind of thought. This one is stinky stuff like garlic, onions, cabbage, asparagus, broccoli. Foods like that lead to gas. So avoid them. It's not sexy. You trying to be in that moment, and then all of a sudden you get them gas bubbles in your stomach, and the moment you lean or you try to hit that certain position, and now you're farting all over the place. That's not sexy. That's not what that is. Okay, just no, that ain't sexy at all. Yes, Beverly says asparagus and broccoli. Yes, those foods were absolutely mood killers. Mood killers. I'm just saying, avoid them if you can. Joe says, let me tell you, I created a strawberry sundae adult treat for guys. The strawberry goes, yeah, and use the whipped cream. Mmm. Just saying. It's an idea, you know. If you have ideas, throw them on out there. Bev says, especially with my high blood pressure. Joe says, she would love you if you do that, fellas. Mmm. Sound like somebody got some tips they can share. Bobby says, I'm already there. I haven't eaten red meat or pork since 1996. Come on now. Now, I'm not going to lie. You know, every once in a while, I got to have me a nice, juicy steak every once in a while. But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But not on those romantic nights, you know, when you're trying to get intimate with your partner and get that closeness. And no. Um, okay. This next one is fish. Need I say more? No fish, ladies. I'm just saying. Men either. I don't even have to explain that. The next one is junk food. Junk food is loaded with chemicals. And because it is loaded with chemicals, it contributes to your bacterial imbalance, because you're adding all these unnecessary chemicals and things like that, like flaming hots. And, you know, you're adding so much stuff that's unnecessary that now you're throwing off the balance between your good bacteria in your body and the bad bacteria in your body. So those are some of the things that you want to avoid, even fried foods, because fried foods can even knock off the balance of your, you know, they can contribute to bacterial imbalance. So just saying. Joe says, yeah, I'm not expecting us time. And we just came from the steakhouse. Yeah, no, neither one of us will be happy. Bobby says, no explanation needed on the fish, ladies. Right, like that's a common thing. We ain't even got to explain why no fish. Okay, we don't even have to explain it. Like, if you need an explanation on why you can't eat fish, you shouldn't be intimate with nobody. I'm just saying that. That's just my personal opinion. You should not be intimate with nobody if you need an explanation of why you shouldn't be eating fish. I digress. Anyway, moving on. So now that we've covered like some of the foods that you can eat to kind of put you in the mood, and even foods that can kind of take you out the mood. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to make sure that when you're setting the mood, when you're trying to get that, you know what I'm saying, you got that music playing. And so now I do have some music. I'm not gonna play it because then I'm not trying to have them shut myself down. But I do have like some songs and things like that that I can post, that are just kind of, you know, songs, smooth songs, stuff like songs by Music Soul Child, Steady Love by India Ari. We have, let's see, what else do I have in my playlist? Anything by Kendrick the Family Soul, because they're just so smooth with it. You know, Luther Vandross, Gerald Levert, you know, even Patti LaBelle, some of those, you know, Somebody Loves You. Come on now. Jasmine Sullivan. Now, let me tell you, she got this song called On It. You need to listen to it. Okay? You just need to listen to it, and it's one of those songs you listen to in the moment because it's self-explanatory. The song is called On It. Self-explanatory. Listen to it when you're in the mood, and you will get the whole gist of the song. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, there are some things. One thing I found, and, you know, Madam does her research. There's this thing called sensual couples fitness. Now, some of you all may have seen the ads that they kind of post, that kind of go back and forth through your feed when you're on Facebook and things like that. And it's called Strength of Seduction. And what this is, hey, Edith, hey, how are you? Yes, absolutely. And Teresa Griffin, none other than a comparable Teresa Griffin. Amazing lady, amazing voice. She has some beautiful ballads that are good for putting you in the mood. Absolutely. You have, you know, so with this Strength of Seduction, What it is it incorporates couples fitness, and it's a sensual way for couples to work out. It gives you that one on one, and it gives you a reason of being close with your partner. Because again, like I said, sometimes it's about setting the mood and making sure that you're doing things that your partner knows you still, because at the end of the day, here's the thing. Everybody wants to be wanted in relationships. Everyone wants to feel wanted. Everyone wants to feel needed. And sometimes we get complacent in that when we've been in relationships for long periods of time. We begin to get complacent with the fact that, okay, this is who I'm with. They're not going anywhere. I'm comfortable with the way things are. I don't need to change anything. But here's the thing. Your partner still wants to know that they're wanted, and they still want to know that they're desired. So we can't get complacent in knowing that we've been together 5 or 10 years. You absolutely can't do that. Sam says, I did a mixtape for Bobby back in the days. She fell in love with me on All Things Your Man Won't Do by Joe. Come on now. Now that was the song. That was the song. There's so many different songs from so many different genres that you can play. Jazz, Kenny G, Najee. There are so many different genres. Even sometimes the binaural sounds. There are binaural sounds for everything. And then sometimes playing those binaural sounds, it puts you in a less stressed mood. And sometimes we're carrying so much stress from our day that even when we're trying to put ourselves not just in the mood, but mind, body, and soul. We're trying to relax everything from a hard day at work, the boss getting on our nerves, our coworkers are stupid. You come home, the kids is everywhere, nagging, mom, dad. Sometimes we have to find ways to relax ourselves and to be able to melt that stress off. So that way we can mentally prepare ourselves to be in a position to only and solely focus on our partners and ourselves in that moment, in the right here and right now. So sometimes by doing things like taking baths, hey, Danetta, hey. So sometimes, running that bath water. Like, now I'm not saying everybody got them big giant tubs where 2 people can fit in, because let me tell you something, I'm 5'10", okay? So not everybody got them giant jacuzzi tubs in their house or tubs big enough for 2. But there's the shower. Do simple things sometimes, like running bath water. So that way, when your partner comes in from a long day at work, and I'm not talking about just the ladies running your man some bath water. No, I'm talking about some of you men. If your women are working and they come at home and they got to come home, man, are you gonna cook, man? Sometimes they need to walk in and hear, baby, your bath water is already ready for you. When I tell you, by the time she get out that bath, she gonna be stress-free and she ready. Okay. It's the effort. Sometimes it's that effort that you put into it just to know, like, you were already anticipating her having a bad day. So the fact that she could come in, take a bath, and have a good 30-45 minutes to herself without the kids bombarding her. Look, even if you got to order food in, look, because you can't cook, order some food in, slap that stuff on plates and be like, babe, dinner ready. I'm just saying, it's the effort. It is the effort, gentlemen. I promise. You put in that effort, the gratitude will absolutely be reciprocated. Marinate on it. I'm just saying. Have an attitude of gratitude. Because sometimes we take our partners for granted. Okay, Janetta. Yes, honey, it is Madam tonight. Yes, it is Madam tonight. Yvette says, that is right. You must know how to truly care for a woman. Keep her feeling wanted and needed. And see, when we get complacent and we take our partners for granted, and we no longer feel the need to make them feel wanted or desired or needed, guess what? They're going to go somewhere else to find that need of being wanted, of being desired. Here's the thing. One of the biggest reasons that people cheat, it absolutely has nothing to do with the fact that they don't love the person they with. It's because they feel like the other person doesn't want them or desire them any longer. That is one of the number one reasons. So please, in whatever relationship that you're in, don't become so complacent that you completely ignore the little things or the fact that you overlook the need to be wanted by the other person. Let me tell you something. Men sometimes can be simple too. Sometimes they want to feel needed and they want to feel wanted as well. So sometimes, let me tell you a little trick. Sometimes you just have to unscrew the knob in the kitchen on the cabinet. I'm like, babe, something's wrong with the knob in the kitchen. Can you fix it? Let me tell you something. That little simple thing makes them feel wanted, needed, useful. It be simple things though. It be so simple things. I don't mean go out and make these grand gestures where you got to fly a banner in the sky. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's the little things that matter. So pay attention to the love language of your partner. And like we talked about before on Monday, sometimes love languages change. Love languages can change from wanting gifts to wanting time, or they can change from wanting time to wanting gifts. Sometimes love language is simply holding hands, a kiss out of nowhere. Sometimes love language can mean every time you walk past, they want you to slap that ass and jump start it. I'm just saying, everybody's love language ain't the same. Learn the things that your partner likes. Sometimes, and I know it's going to sound crazy as hell, but please hear me. Sometimes you've got to step outside of the box. I'm just saying, you got to step outside of it sometimes. Sometimes we get so stuck in these little bitty boxes. And, well, this is the way we do it. We don't try anything else. Sometimes you have to try some different things. Look, try it once. You don't like it, move on. Don't do it again. But you never know the things in which you like or don't like unless you try it at least once. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you got to swing from the chandeliers every night. I'm not saying you got to be outside every day. All I'm saying is try something different every once in a while. Because in stepping outside of your box and sometimes stepping outside of your comfort zone for you and your partner, sometimes you can discover things that your partner liked that they didn't even realize that they liked until you was willing to try it with them. I'm just saying, let that marinate. That's all I'm saying. Let it marinate. Zeta says, and my guy will always tell me he loves me, loves the way I make him feel. Absolutely. You have to make the person you're with feel wanted, needed, desired, loved. That is important. Those are some of the most important things. Because when you've been married 20 years and 30 years and 40 years, sometimes we think those small things aren't important anymore. But they're just as important as the day you said I do. Like we said Monday, when you make those vows, be careful of the words you speak. Be careful of those words because you're making a promise and entering into a contract to honor those vows. And if you say obey in your vows, you are making a promise pledge to obey. So if you don't plan to obey, don't put it in your vows. Be careful of the words in which you speak because they are important. And sometimes when people are getting married, they don't take the time to. Look, my personal opinion, my own, okay? Look, opinions are like assholes. We all have one. So just my personal opinion. But I think that when people get married and they write their own vows, to me, it's more I will say it's more intimate, because you're writing your emotions on paper instead of just choosing what I call the cookie cutter vows: love, honor, cherish, obey, sickness, health. Because here's the thing: when people say these vows, they don't always mean them, unfortunately. And some people view marriage as a business contract. Um, and that's why I say you have to be careful of the vows and what you pick. Because if you're committed to this and you plan to do this for life, you have to be willing to stay there in those bad days. You have to be willing to work through those bad days. And sometimes, in hitting that reset button, sometimes you got to hit that reset button sexually. I'm just saying. In marriages, sometimes it can get lazy. Don't be complacent in that either. Because I promise you, you have to make sure that you are with someone who is sexually compatible with you. Because if you're with somebody who's not sexually compatible, I'm just going to be honest with you, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Nymphos and prudes can't be married to each other. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, because you're not going to turn a nympho into a prude, and you're not going to turn the prude into a nympho. 9 times out of 10, they stay who they are. So you have to be able to hit that reset button and be able to be willing to put in that work. And sometimes not only does it mean mentally, physically, but sometimes it means sexually too. Yvette says, sex texting, make them smile and think about it. Twist it. Play with you, man. Elise says, hey, sis. Hey. She says, you're speaking the truth, sis. We're having church today. Preach, sis. Yes. Bobby says, absolutely. You have to hit the reset button sometimes. Absolutely. Edith says, yes, whatever you did to catch your mate is what it's going to take to keep your mate. When here's another, now, Edith, I completely agree wholeheartedly with that, because whatever you do to get me, you got to keep doing it. So don't do nothing that you don't intend to keep up, okay? If you buy me roses every week while we dating, let me tell you something. When we say I do, I still expect them same roses every week. Don't miss a week. I'm like, babe, something wrong? No, babe, what you mean? You forgot something. Anything happened this week? I was just checking because I didn't get my flowers. Like, don't do anything you don't expect to do, to keep doing. And then here's another side to that. The same way you get your mate, because, we are living in a society of sad chicks, okay? We are absolutely living in the day and age of the proud sad chicks, okay? They will stand up wholeheartedly and be like, I don't mind being a sad chick because I don't want to be bothered with them all the time. Okay, so then go get you a cutty buddy. Why you got to go get somebody else's husband? Because here's the thing. These side chicks, the one that are snatching these men from their wives, the same way they got them is the same way they lose them. So when you take number 2 and turn her into number 1, guess what? The next number 2 is going to turn into number 1. And that number 1 is going to turn into 0. I'm just saying. Elisa says, buy some sexy clothes, dress up like a nurse or fireman. It's fun, believe it. Look, let me tell y'all something. Sometimes, okay, in stepping outside of your box, okay, sometimes you got to get downright nasty, okay? You got to get nasty. I'm not saying 50 Shades of Grey. That ain't everybody's cup of tea. That ain't what I'm saying, okay? Now, some people's cup of tea is 50 Shades of Grey. Some people ain't, okay? You got to find your happy medium. You got to find, just kind of, dabble here, dabble there, and you just kind of teeter-totter till you find your happy medium in the middle, okay? Just find your happy medium. But you've got to be willing, and sometimes in setting that reset button sexually, you have to step outside of your box. Because if you get complacent and it's like, oh, okay, well, they good with once a week. Well, they may not be good with once a week. Have conversations about it. Say, hey, babe, I was thinking the other day, why don't we try this? Or let's go here. Let's try and go here. Because there's so many different things, in which people can try to step outside of their box. Look, if you like swinging from the chandeliers, if you like multiplication, then come on and multiply. If that's your thing, then you keep multiplying. You know what I'm saying? If you like the threes, do the threes. If you like the fours, do the fours. But I'm just saying, sometimes you got to step outside your box. Edith says, yes, just don't choke me out. Come on, Edith. Come on, baby. Because sometimes, I'm just trying to tell you, sometimes you got to get nasty. I'm just, because here's the kicker. What you're not willing to do, another person will. So please understand that sometimes you will have to step outside of your box and be uncomfortable for a moment. Because I'm not saying that you should do anything that makes you uncomfortable. What I'm saying is try something once. And if you realize that it's not your thing, you don't like it, then don't do it again. But you will never know if it's something you don't like if you don't try it. You got to try it. Because here's the thing. We have things like couples massages where you can massage each other. They have places where you can actually take a milk bath together. They have places where they have these giant these bear claw tubs that fit two people in it. Taking a bath together sometimes, rose petals with a few essential oils in the water, candles all around with the soft music playing. And, it's so many different ways in which you can try to become one with your partner, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. Finding ways, and that's what we're talking about all week, finding ways to bring that spice back. Or even if you have that spice, sometimes you got to turn it up just a little bit. And don't allow that complacency. Because complacency can sometimes cause you to be replaced. Marinate on that. Complacency can sometimes cause replacements. Marinate on it. I'm just saying. Elisa says, I've sat at a bar and act like I was someone else with a different name. And my guy came in and act like he was someone different, and the sex was great that night. Role playing. I'm just saying. Toya says, I love it all. Come on, sis. Yes. Bev says, yes, ma'am. Toya says, I'm with all shits. I'm just saying. Bev says, exactly. Sometimes, look, let me tell you. Sometimes role playing can be an amazing thing. They make wigs for a reason, okay? Let me tell you something. At one point, I had a different wig for every personality, okay? And each wig had a different name. Each wig was a different person. Things like that can keep you spice. You don't know if he don't know if he coming home to Sasha that night with that fierce wig. He might be coming home to Rose. You know what I'm saying? The soft spoken. Look, create your own characters, because that is what can keep the spice going. And it also keeps them from stepping out. Because sometimes people, I'm just going to say people in general, because it could be men and women. At some point or another, you fantasize about somebody you've seen on TV, somebody you've seen walking past because their physique may have caught your attention. Anything. It could be anything. But you can always fulfill those fantasies by changing. Go get you a red wig for the day. Go get you a blonde wig for the day. He might come home and have on overalls one day because you just thought something about overalls and Timberlands was sexy. And in his job, he might wear a three-piece suit with them Stacey Adams. Hell, he might even be wearing Salvatore Ferragamos every day to work. But every once in a while, you might need to see some overalls with some Timbs, one side down with no shirt on. Baby, you might need that country boy to come out every once in a while. So it's all about variety sometimes, and you can create that for yourselves. You don't have to look to others or look other places, because as long as you're making your partner feel wanted, needed, and desired, Baby, I'm trying to tell you, oh, how sweet it is. And then put a little pineapple, eat your little pineapple. I'm trying to tell you, it'll be a sweet time for both of you. Dip it in chocolate if you need to. Baby, I'm trying to tell you. Yes, honey. Bev says relationship is like a child. You have to nurture, tend to, and make time for it. Absolutely. We make time for the things and the people that we want. If we really want somebody, baby, we gonna make time for them, okay? We gonna make some time now. It might be a text like, "Hey, boo, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Or it might, you know what I'm saying? He might hit you with that. What's good, babe? I was thinking about you today. You be like, girl, he texts me like, you never know the butterflies you can give your partner by doing simple things. It's the simple things. You never know. Alisa says he cooked breakfast the next day and I had breakfast in bed talking about a great night. Come on now. Come on now. Yes. Bev says, let's not talk about those denim overalls. Baby. Ah, something about them denim overalls, baby. Yeah. Something about it. Vet says they like that little thug. Just give it to them. I think everybody secretly wants that little thug. But here's the kicker part. Just because they may like a little thug don't mean they want the thug. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to mix it up. You got to mix up that business. And sometimes you got to get a little hood. You know what I'm saying? You walk in the house, the kid, look, let me tell you something. Make time, whether it's once a week for date night. Make it a couple, decide what day a week that you want to make a couple's night, especially if you have kids in the house. You need to have at least one night a week that is couple's night that is strictly dedicated to you all and nobody else. I don't care if you got to send the kids to grandma's house, if you got to call your cousin, be like, hey, call your sister or your brother, hey, come get your nieces and nephews so they can play with their cousins. Okay? But make it a night that is all about you all. Go out to dinner. Hell, turn the lights on in the house, honey, and rock them chandeliers from the front room to the back room, from the kitchen to the bathroom. But make it about you all. Do something, you know what I'm saying, that shows that it's about you guys. Yvette says, let's see. Bev says, I'm going to tell him you are burning his ears today. Vet says, true, make that time. Look, take him for lunch. You are the lunch. Come on now, Bev. Come on now. Let me tell you something. Nothing. Hey, Lord. Let me tell y'all something. Nothing will shock the shit out of your partner than to come home and see you sitting on the table, on the platter, and be like, dinner's ready. Marinate on it. I told y'all tonight was parental advisory warning. I told y'all tonight was not going to be a show for children. Nothing will shock your partner more than that. Okay? Dress it up with a little fruit if you want to. Have the candle lights on the table. And as soon as he walk in, have his favorite drink sitting right there on the table with the napkin right next to you. I'm just saying. Just a thought. Just a thought. Because, honey, I'm just saying. Marinate on it. Edith says, like MC Light said, you need a roughneck sometimes. Baby. And for those men, let me tell you something. If you don't own a pair of Timberlands, go get you a pair. Let me give y'all a little secret too, okay? Go get you a pair of Timberlands if you ain't got none. And every once in a while, even go get you a pair of overalls, or just get you a pair of pants that's just a little loose, little bit. Get you a wife beater, and every once in a while, maybe look once a month, hell, once a week. Okay, if it was up to me, it'd be every day. But I digress. Once a month, once a week, put them Timberlands on with them jeans and that tank and that wife beater. Walk in, and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you right over there. I look. Let me tell you something, baby. The reciprocation of gratitude, because sometimes I'm just saying, sometimes you just need to smack some ass. You know what I'm saying? And take names. You, I'm just saying. Sometimes, you got to bring that inner roughneck out. You got to bring it out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Stomping in them Timberlands. I'm, I'm just saying she will be grateful. I'm just saying, because we don't want the businessman all the time. Don't get me wrong, the businessman in his suit is sexy with his tie and everything too. But sometimes we need y'all to get a little rough. I'm like, hey, I need you over there, like now. What you talking about? Hey, I ain't finna tell you no more. Don't make me come grab you. Quit playing. I'm just saying. Hello. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Beth says, of course, I'm a ladies' man. I kind of do it all, baby. Lauren says, Bree, you giving life today, baby. Yeah. Come on, Lauren. We waving in New Orleans style today, baby. Yes. I already gave the disclaimer. I said tonight is not for children. Parental advisory warning. Put the kids in the other room. Be gone. I'm just saying. Zeta says, hello. Bev says, yes, ma'am. I'm trying to tell you, sometimes. Something. Oh, I cannot. Bev says, make sure you have his favorite drink with that dinner. Baby, I'm trying to tell you. That shot glass of Hennessy, might need that glass of, Tennessee whiskey. Hey, have his favorite song playing in the background, lights dim. I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to tell you, okay? Lauren says, so who gonna come babysit? Lauren says, I'm the old bitch with the little kids. They gonna be scared they catch me on the table with my goodies. You know what, Lauren? If you need child care services, see this how, look, honey, we have many hustles. So look, if you need child care services, you can call my line because I do child care services too, honey. So if you need that night, you call me, okay? I got you. Zeta says, muy caliente. Come on now. Yes. That says, yep, Tim's. Edith says, Lord, I'm screaming. Baby. Bev says, whip it, beat it, and tie it up. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all. Zeta says, Timbo's, nice jeans, no shirt. See? I'm trying to tell y'all. I told y'all tonight was going to be lit. So y'all making me refill the glass because, baby, tonight is that night. See, I told y'all we was keeping it sexy all week. I done went got the ring light. I done pulled out the lashes for y'all tonight. Look, I done pulled out lashes for y'all tonight. I told y'all we keeping it sexy all week. Okay, we done went and grabbed the sexy shirt tonight. Got the matching jewelry set on, baby. We doing this, okay? That's what we doing this week. We keeping it sexy, baby. We teaching y'all how to get that spice back, how to turn that spice up, giving y'all tips on what to eat, foods to avoid. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, you got this. Man says, lick it and get raw. Ah! Yes, come on now. Vet said, bring me my shit. I cannot. Zeta said, put them headphones on. Y'all are giving me life tonight. Lauren says, I better put my earbuds in. Yeah, Lauren, you might want to put your earbuds in because, baby, we don't want to scare the babies. We don't want to scare the babies. I promise we don't want to scare the babies tonight, okay? Honey, Edith says, tell him you will be his candy licker. I don't know how many of y'all know about that. The rainbow. It was like a trend at one point. I don't know why it was, but it was a trend where you put on different lipsticks to create a rainbow unicorn. Yeah, that's a trick. Ha! Lauren says Denise LaSalle said it. Said it. Lick it before you stick it. Come on now, y'all is giving me life. Edith says, tell him you want to lick it like a lollipop. Y'all is giving me life tonight. Come on, Edith and Lauren. Lauren says Edith with Lil Wayne playing in the background. Look, I told y'all this was not gonna be for kids tonight. Okay, y'all. When I say y'all are giving me life, y'all are giving me life right now. Like it is, we gonna change it to the warm setting because, honey, because when I tell you this ring light is burning me right now, y'all. Do you see this glisten? Do you see this glisten and this glow? This ring light is causing right now, baby, honey. This hair is hot enough as is. So this ring light is like, it is everything right now. Vet says, how many of you have been, oh, okay. All right. That's a possibility. Okay. All right now. That's a thought. Edith says, tell him, do you want to kiss him or you miss him? I know that's right. Because what you won't do, another person is more than happy to do. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Listen to the things your partner is asking you for. Because if you keep telling them no, they're going to find somebody that says yes. And when they find somebody that say yes, guess what? You're going to wish it had been you. I'm just saying. Laura says, how many licks does it take till you get to the middle of the... You better have your headphones in, Lord. Yes, Beth says that I ain't got time for y'all. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready yet. Bev says, take charge of what's yours and show them. Absolutely. Here's the thing. If you know there's something that you like and your partner doesn't know how to do it, tell them. Show them what to do. Tell them what to do. Every once in a while, give a few instructions. Okay, a little left, a little right. Oh, okay, there it is. Don't be afraid to use your voice. Don't be afraid to use your voice because here's the thing. The worst they could say is no. I'm just saying, the worst they could say is no. Bobby says, everyone on here is letting their freak flag fly tonight. Hashtag clack and shimmy. Come on. Look, we letting them fly tonight. Bobby, we are letting them fly tonight. I told you tonight we are going to be doing some grown folk talking, and we are talking about what the things that you can do to spice up your relationship or get the spice back. And sometimes you have to do exactly that. Sometimes you just got to let your freak flag fly. Sometimes you do, honey, because that's what it takes sometimes to just go ahead and get the things that you want. I'm just saying. Bev says, show them, tell that they wake up the next morning like a bad hangover. Bev says, Scorpio in the house. Absolutely. Absolutely. My brother is a Scorpio. Bev says, shit, I know where those nerves at for sure, especially on women. Hey, look, when I say you have sometimes got to let your freak flag fly, baby, you've got to let it fly. And for those couples that are on here, I find that sometimes after women have babies, we don't feel as sensual. We don't feel as pretty. We may not feel as, as desirable, and in those instances like that, let me tell you, because I felt like that for a long time after I had my kids. I was like, oh my God, like, where did this body come from? Like, can somebody please take it back? Okay. Here's the thing, as partners of women who have had babies, please make sure that your partner, that you as a partner, are doing your job to make these women feel wanted, needed, desired, secured. Because at the end of the day, they pushing out these 9, 10, 8, 7 pound monsters. Okay. And when I tell you, it is not easy for a woman who has been snatched all her life to wake up the next morning and be sitting there with loose skin, stretch marks, milk leaking from everywhere, and you like, what the hell? Who body is this? Can you take it back? I don't want this. Like, it's so super important. It's super duper important for those special moments. So please make sure as partners that you're doing your job to make those women feel desired, needed, sexy, wanted, because we all want to feel sexy at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what shape or size we are, we still want to feel sexy. And we still want to be desired by the person that we love, that we have given our heart and our time and our energy to. So please be mindful of that. Lauren says, Yvette, I'm over here hollering. Edith says, tell him to kiss your neck and your back, your booty, and your... Edith. Come on, Edith. Bev says, and don't forget, every story deserves a happy ending. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Lord, it's Denise Cherry Jackson. What's going on, lady? She says, I am more horny now than ever, and I'm 57 young. Come on, Denise. I'm trying to tell you. Look, just because you get up there, baby, don't mean to stop. Laura says, Edith, so do I say kiss my ass? Oh, I am loving y'all tonight. Let me tell y'all, I just want y'all to know that as my shimmers, yes, I call you my shimmers, I love you all because you all are so willing, even in my moments of transparency, that you all are willing to rock with me and be transparent with me. And I thank you for allowing me to create a safe space for us to be able to talk, for us to be able to speak our truths, for us to be able to walk in our moments and not have to worry about fear of judgment. Because guess what? We all have our days, we all have our moments, and guess what? We all need help at some point in time. So if there's anything that I can say on here that can just even give you a little bit of laughter at the end of the day, while I'm still giving you a little bit of good advice, I feel good about that. And I thank y'all for rocking with me. I thank y'all for putting your trust in me to be here with me and to listen and to engage and to have fun with me. I thank y'all for that. And I hope y'all got y'all glasses, because baby, y'all have definitely given me my refill tonight. Okay. I am here for it. I am here for you. And that's why I chose this topic this week of keeping it sexy. Because so oftentimes we feel like there's certain things that we can't say, or, a fear of, well, if I say this, somebody might, or, they might look at me weird, or they may feel some type of way. Let me tell you something. I am 41 years young. Okay. I have weeks where, sex may not be on my mind. And then there's times where I wake up and I'll be like, oh my God. I don't know what is going on with the hormones today, but honey, I don't know what is going on with these hormones today. Okay. Like, we all have those moments. I promise you. Bev says, and I do mean a happy ending. Denise says, want it all day, every day. Come on now. Come on. Vet says, I am the truth, Lauren. Elisa says, I think it gets better when you get older. It does. It absolutely does. It certainly gets better. Because here's the thing. You learn the things in which you like and the things that you don't like. So when you learn the things that you like, you tend to enjoy them more. You enjoy them more. And it's okay to enjoy it with your partner. It's okay because that's what you want. You want to find the enjoyment with your partner, in your partner, and about your partner. Lauren says, I'm so loving this space. Thank you so much, Lauren. I really appreciate that. Bev says, we have to do a wine night with your group, Clack and Shimmy. Absolutely. Look, I am absolutely down. For those of you, listen, for those of you who live in Chicago, I am absolutely down for a Clack and Shimmy wine night at my house. I am absolutely down. Or we can absolutely go get us a hotel room downtown and have us a wine Clack and Shimmy wine night. I am absolutely down for it. And for those of you who live out of town, if you want to come and join us, I will set it up. Just let me know and I will work on setting that up. Okay? Absolutely, I'm down. Edith says, it really do get better when you're older. Okay, Vet says, Lauren, I am good at everything. I don't just talk shit. I'm just picky with women. I have to really like you. You'd be surprised what goes through my ear from women. Vet says, or my house. Okay. Lauren says, how about wine in the Zoom? You know what? We can do that. We can do that. I will set that up. So since this week has been keeping it sexy, I will do that. I will try my best to set up something for Saturday, this Saturday, where we can do a wine in a Zoom. I will create a room where we can do wine in a Zoom. I will absolutely do that. So if you are down to attend a wine in a Zoom, a Clack and Shimmy wine in a Zoom, inbox me. Inbox me on Clack and Shimmy, or you can inbox me on my personal page, and we can absolutely set that up. That way, no matter where you at, we can get it cracking. Absolutely. Denise says, and you want to try something new. Baby, I'm trying to tell you, if you don't swing from the chandeliers, honey, sometimes you might want to try hanging from the chandeliers. Because let me tell you something. They have so many new things out, from toys to swings to latex bodysuits to, I'm talking all kind of stuff. Okay, they have all kinds of things nowadays. So we're talking edible panties. We're talking vibrating panties. We're talking about complete outfits. Let me tell you something. Friday, we're talking about what you can wear. Okay. So it's gonna be Friday. It's gonna be pretty interesting too, because we're talking about what you can wear to keep it spicy or to spice up your relationship. So Friday is gonna be just as interesting, because I promised y'all this week was gonna be fun. I promised y'all this was gonna be fun this week. Bev says I have to work Saturday. Well, guess what? She says if you have a wine setting without me, I know where you live. She does know where I live. We've been friends a long time. She says, Mr. Hanky Pankhurst. Mr. Hanky Panky has some stuff that'll make your eyes pop. Baby, look, whatever floats your boat at the end of the day is all right with me. Is all right with you. As long as you are happy in your relationship, as long as you are in a healthy relationship, there are so many things that you can try. From, like I said, you can try the sensual fitness. That's something that if you all are trying to work out, get fit, whatever, tone up, lose, tighten, whatever, that's something that you all can do as a couple, because a lot of the exercises they do are sensual. They're absolutely sensual, where you and your partner are touching in some way. And I don't, it could lead to several things, especially seeing as how, you touching and you're sweating and close proximity. Yeah, you might not get through the whole workout, but at least you'll get through half, maybe. Maybe. Um, but things have surely changed now. Even the toys have changed now, like to the point where they have things called flesh lights for men. They literally have whole bodies. They have AI dummies for men, for women. Hey, Kat, what's going on? Hey, Kat, you might want to switch to your page. instead of Jalen's, because tonight is parental advisory warning. No kids. This is not meant for kids. So you might want to switch to your page, Kat, instead of Jalen's page. I wouldn't want my baby Jalen coming on here and seeing our conversations that we had tonight, baby. Okay? Because this is certainly for adults only. But I thank you so much for joining, Kat. Thank you so much. And I thank all of you for coming on here and joining in us tonight. I really appreciate you guys spending this time with me and unwinding with me. I hope that you guys have had a good time. I hope that you guys have enjoyed yourself tonight. I hope that you guys have learned a little something. We learned about the foods that you can eat, foods to stay away from. We've talked about aphrodisiacs. We've talked about a lot of different ways in which you can do a lot of things that you can do to Bev says there's some freaky stuff out there. Yes, it absolutely is, my darling. Yes, it is. Bobby says it's all love. Bev says things have surely changed. Bobby says, haha, absolutely. Under 21 not admitted. Baby, yes, absolutely. Look, that's exactly why. Look, see, that's exactly why I had the banner showing. Because I want to be, I made sure at the beginning I had the banner showing so people knew that this show was not intended for children and parental advisory warning. So they would already know that this was not the kid friendly show tonight, even though we have some, but this wasn't it. So I want to make sure that you guys know that I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you guys. Not a day goes by that I'm not thankful for the love, the kindness, and the support that you all have given me in starting this new venture. It has absolutely been a scary thing to step out on faith and start a new adventure. But guess what? You know, the fact that you guys have been so supportive of me starting this journey and being willing to be here with from the bottom of my heart. I genuinely want you all to know how much I love and I'm just so appreciative for all of you all. Please make sure that you guys go and like, share, subscribe. We are on all social media platforms. Um, Before I leave, I do have something for you guys. So I actually wound up with more tickets. So if this is what I'm going to do, the concert is Saturday, August 14th at 5 p.m. It's a gospel comedy concert competition. If you want to go, inbox me. I'll give you the tickets. Just that simple. Inbox me, and I'll give you the tickets. If I have to meet you to give them to you, or more than likely, I'll probably meet you to give them to you because it is on the 14th. And I want to make sure that you have your tickets. So if you'd like to go to the concert, just inbox me, and we can arrange to meet or whatever. Not a big deal, not a problem. Just let me know how many tickets you need, and I'll make sure that you get them. So again, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. And tonight was just an amazing night. Um, my dogs are acting crazy now. Beth says we do grown folks around here, Bobby. She said, "Oh, thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much." Zeta says this was wonderful because there's nothing better than seeing a man and woman that tries new things to stay together. Absolutely. You have to try new things. And then trying those new things, you never know. It might be some things that you didn't even know you liked. Tends to happen. So I always, so this week, instead of asking you guys to do a random act of kindness, I'm going to ask you to do one loving act. I'm going to ask that you do a loving act of kindness, whether it be to kiss your mate, on their way out to work, something you don't normally do, or just simply take time to just, meditate together or go for a walk down the street, go for a walk in the park, go for a walk by the beach holding hands, simply looking in each other's eyes to let each other know that you're still loved, you're desired, you are wanted, you are mine. Because we need that sometimes. as adults. We need to know that. And sometimes we may feel it, but it's certainly nice to hear. So I'm going to ask this week that you do one loving act with your partner, your spouse, your mate, your significant other. And I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. I leave you with a positive affirmation. I am patient knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. Cheers to you guys. And in case nobody told you, you are loved and important. And I love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And I hope to see you guys on Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.